the second half?
No, I don't know. I felt like, although we didn't play well the first half, I thought we played hard. You take away our turnovers that lead to easy baskets for them, and I thought our defense was pretty good. And then, we started turning it over, and they started attacking in the second half, and I just think it snowballed. I think we got frustrated. And I don't know if it was as much a physical thing as a mental thing, and they just, they made some shots, and they just kept going downhill, and we kept fouling them, and we couldn't put it in the hole. We score, what did we get, outscored like 48-18 or something crazy like that in the second half. So it was just a disheartening performance in the second half.
And you had 29 turnovers overall for the game, and I know you harped, coming into the game, talking about taking care of the basketball against their full court press. What do you think kind of went wrong for you guys there?
Well, yeah, and we just made some bad decisions, and I think we put a lot of pressure on T. T made a couple bad passes early in the second half, but we just put so much pressure on her. We need some help handling the basketball. We need some other people making some decisions with the basketball, and our secondary handlers did not do a very good job tonight. I think if you go down the list of people that were in charge of handling the ball, we made a lot of turnovers with that group. They just put a lot of pressure on you. Their quickness and their aggressiveness, and if you don't make good decisions, which a lot of times we did, and it's going to result in a turnover. And just got to continue to work. There's not a lot of teams in this league that put that kind of pressure on you and put that kind of heat on you, and they can just spurt it out. I think I watched Georgia Southwestern. It was a 12-point game, and then all of a sudden it was a 40-point game, and it's just they've got ability to do that, and they start knocking down some threes, and but I thought just in the second half, mentally we let down. Running our press offense right, running zone offense right, just a lot of mental breakdowns, and I think that's just it's a give-in, and we've got to be mentally tougher, that we fight through that type of stuff. And, we had some new players out there that struggled doing it. We had some veterans out there that struggled doing it. So I think collectively as a team, I told them we got to be more disciplined and we got to be mentally tougher, particularly when things aren't going well. And obviously in the second half, they were not going very well.
Yeah, you beat top 10 team on Saturday, struggled here to finish out the homestand, but now, moving forward to Saturday with Georgia College, what do you think you can learn from tonight's game?
Just doing our stuff better and being tougher mentally, I think. I don't think it's necessarily a physical thing. I think it's a mental thing, that we've got to play through mistakes. We let one mistake on one possession affect the next possession, and then all of a sudden that snowballs, and there's 4 or 5 mistakes, not only on the offensive end where we're missing shots or not taking care of the ball, but breakdowns on the defensive end that leads to easy baskets, and so I think that the thing just snowballed a little bit, and we weren't tough enough, resilient enough to move on from that. So I think that's one thing. Executing, when things aren't going good, that okay, now we really need to, whether it's coming down and running an offensive set or we need to bow our neck and get a defensive stop. Execution on both ends of the court. North Georgia's a well-coached team. They kind of play defense like us. They play the pack line defense, try to keep the ball in front of you. They're a good defensive team. They've got some size inside with number 33. I forget her name, but she's a big kid, and she's something we have to deal with, and some perimeters that can shoot it around her. So, we've got a work cut out for us down in Millersville on Saturday.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.